Hi, welcome. Assalamu alaikum and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depends upon your time zone. Once again, thank you so much for joining us for this live webinar. Today, we are going to discuss about a fantastic opportunity and a great technology, which is called blockchain. And I believe all of you got sufficient time to go through our invitation. And I believe that some of you might already went through our previous session, which you have done. So today we have a very, very interesting and a fruitful session, and where we discuss about various opportunities and in a different part of the world, the different kind of people across the globe can participate in a 4 different level. Whether you are a full-time job opportunities or part-time job opportunities or business owners or investors, or you are looking for a freelancing, or you just wanted to be part of the one organization which is really contribute something to the community. So all the things is coupled today, today's session. We'll discuss in detail today's session called blockchain, and we will not end complete thing today. Tomorrow also we have a continuation of this one. So please don't worry. So I think it's some of you, or maybe most of you, maybe first time attending a webinar on a blockchain opportunity, something like this. So in case something which you feeling too much of intimidating or some new information, tomorrow also we have a session which we have more clarification, more detailed session will be there as well. Okay. So we are going to spend approximately 100 minutes. I think those who are not familiar with this webinar, those who are joining first time, this is a 98th day of our webinar, which is started from July 1st, part of a digital mastery program. And today is an extraordinary session. That's the reason some of our mentors, some of our regional coordinators, or the people already doing business with us might invited you to be part of this program, to be part of this technology-based entrepreneurship. So having said this, so we have approximately 100 minutes of time, and rest of the time, we have after that there is a Q&A session on the mastermind. You may also join there today. And this entire thing is, whatever I'm speaking to you through a webinar, I'll be using a PowerPoint presentation which will be shared with you by email if you are registered through adm.qa. Those who went through, registered directly through YouTube Live, we request you to log in with adm.qa so we can also send you the entire notes part of this. Okay, so get settled in now. I'll be connecting with you with the PowerPoint within a couple of minutes. So meanwhile, if you wish to have it, any kind of notepad or a pen, or you wanted to keep some beverages or a coffee or a water, please be through, because without a break, we are going to have 100 minutes to discuss about now. Okay. So today, as you know, the 98th day of our 100 Days of Digital Mastery Challenge. So once again, I officially welcome each one of you to part of a Digital Mastery Challenge program. Today, October 29th, it's Wednesday. I'm live from Doha, Qatar at 6 p.m. in the evening. So today, we discussed so many things last 97 days, majorly about the technology, about the internet. I think as all of us live with internet, you connected to internet. That's the reason we did different part of the world that you're joining from, maybe from the Middle East, maybe from the African continent, or from Australia, or from India, or China, or US, and different part of the world you're joining us today because of the technology, so internet, right? But I don't know how many of you have seen a world without internet. I've seen a world without internet, and we know the kinds of changes the internet brought to the world, and it was a fantastic change and the huge revolution because of the internet happened. Later, through the on-internet infrastructure, we got an e-commerce. And people started buying and selling online. Many people started doing a marketplace online. Many people doing affiliate marketing online. So I've been part of the fortunate to have the part of e-commerce business. I started a website. I also started selling different products, electronics and computers, softwares and websites, and groceries and Hyderabadi pearls and jewelries and accessories and holiday packages and smart car technologies, B2C and B2B model. Actually, I've been fortunate to have it in e-commerce, and we also seen the growth and changes happen in the world. And some of you may be having an online business, or maybe you're a part of online business, or you may be a consumer with e-commerce business part, right? Then we know, I think mobile apps has changed our life, the way we communicate, the way we interact, the way they do banking, the way we transact changed because the payment apps, mobile app for our social medias, mobile app for various other communication mode, which got a lot of revolution change. Then came the social media. As all of us know, today the world is a completely different place, and everybody, in a different part of the world has the right to speak, and there's an impact on the speech. Whatever you communicate, whatever you tweet, whatever your video, whatever your TikTok video, or YouTube video, your blog, your Wikipedia, everything has an impact in the world. So these four things, we have seen it. Now, what is going to happen the next? So that's exactly today we are going to discuss about. So internet changed the world. E-commerce revolutionized the way business and transaction happen. Mobile apps made us our life much better and easier and convenient. And social media made a huge impact in the social place. Now, the next technology which we are going to discuss, that's blockchain. That's exactly today's topic, and it's a huge area to discuss about it today and tomorrow. We'll be spending a lot of time, but the primary focus is basically what the benefit for us, right? So why we have to discuss about the blockchain technology now? Because it's just started. We believe it is not yet actually come to the market. That's not true. It's a part and parcel. The moment that the COVID-19 vaccine comes out, almost all the vaccine is going to be on a blockchain based. And that it will be published. So it will be going and affecting the people. You might have already part of a blockchain projects. You might have already an investor with that, or entrepreneur with that, or a consumer with that, or you have an e-wallet, somewhere you might have indirectly or directly connected. And we are moving with that technology now. The first thing is a blockchain is going to, in the banking system, this is going to be on a blockchain. So that's the first thing which we are going to have it is now. So all things are very, very important for us to have now to understand about about the blockchain part. Now, when we look at the blockchain, so what is the benefit which to understand the technology? So today we live in the world, we don't have a time. Every minute is counted. We are connected to the devices. We have a job to do. We have a business to take care. We have family to take care. We are on a very, very hectic schedule. Everyone has, even though we don't have a job sometime. So this 100 minutes we are going to spend together. So how are we going to benefit this one? That will be one of the major questions everyone will be asking. So that's the benefits. So we'll start with this. So we are going to discuss something called web mining. So there are so much of area for blockchain we'll be discussing, but the major focus is of web mining, where how you can convert your existing PC or a laptop, just connecting to the internet and connecting to the power, and your laptop making money for you. I repeat again, laptop making money for you. So as you might have seen last few days, and I have been talking about doing an online business, we're doing a digital marketing, doing affiliate marketing, or e-commerce marketing, and search engine optimization. Everything we need to put 3 to 4 hours of our work to generate online business and revenue and profits. But today, which we are discussing about, instead you're working, the PC, the computers, the laptops works for you, and you get paid for it. So that's exactly we are discussing today in a part of a blockchain. And we are also going to discuss about if you have a website, especially an affiliate website, how you monetize the people who are coming to your website and generate more revenue. So if you are looking for to make around $200 to $300, maybe mining is the PC converting to mining is a part. If you are looking for around $3,000 to $5,000 to make it, then we recommend you to go for an affiliate website with mining. So you understand, this is a much bigger opportunities. And we also discuss something called airdrops, how you get paid doing a small social media activities and you get free money. I repeat again, so free money. So inverted comma free, which we believe it is not possible, but actually it is many people are getting it, right? So we will see how the airdrops works on a crypto world or a blockchain world. Now, the best opportunity I'll be discussing with you, it is basically a combined offer for you. You and I can start a business together by using a smart contract. You become a part of the company. So I think those who are attending the digital mastery program last 100 days, we have discussed so many things, and up to the consulting level, I'll be partner with you in consulting level, or you open a store within our shopping mall. Up to that, the level we discussed about it. But today I'm discussing about, can we start a business together? You and I can start a business together. And you also work for the company, and we work together. And all of us can be work together. Maybe senior level vice president or assistant vice president. Even your entry level job, you may be a customer support, you take care, or you take care of the marketing activities, or you take care of HR activities, or you take care of operation activities. Anything. So it's possible. So if you are looking for a jobs point of view, you can be part of it. Or you want to do kind of a part-time job and you own the company, that's a freelance. And if you would like to do an investment to the company which is going to be flourishing and is getting a 10x or a 20x profit, that's an opportunity to discuss. Or if you're willing to take up a business, to start a business with experts and with those who have experience running a businesses and those who have resources to run a business, would you like to be part of that? This is the biggest opportunity which we'll be discussing. Indeed, in another way, would you like to have a job in your own company? You own a company and the same company you work for and you get paid a salary for it and with the facilities. So this is 3 opportunities. So this is an amazing opportunity. If you ask me, the best opportunity of the last 100 days, as you know, approximately over 100 opportunities I already discussed with you. This is the best, an outstanding opportunity. If you ask me, this actually I kept it for 100th day to explain to you, but today because we got a blockchain project, this is a part of a blockchain project, I thought of explaining to you in detail. I think some of you know this. I have been telling, I'll discuss with you later, and that's today, the day we'll be discussing with you in detail this part. Okay. Now, what exactly the blockchain technologies? So let me explain to you one by one. I would like you to pay attention, very focused, no distractions. Please pay attention here. I made it the most simplified way because last 2 years I've been explaining to the people about blockchain. It's always people get confused how it is, what is a distributed ledger, what is immutable means, what is why it is called a block, and what is hash. So many questions people ask. So now I got a simplified an example to share with you. This happened when I was hanging out with my nephew and with his friends. So I was talking to them. Now, see, this is a new kid, it's a new generation, and I have a generation gaps now. When you look at it now, I'm a generation X, and this people are looking, they've never seen a world without internet. They've never seen many of the equipments which I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a very old thing. I'm saying, it's a part of my life. Even some of the things which I still use it, and they don't even know what it is that. So I was talking to them about how it's a live assessment. So during the discussion, I came out and started talking about various things. By default, something came out, something called, all we used to refer, something called Encyclopedia Britannica. So immediately his question is, what is that? He never seen something called, and he heard about it, something like Encyclopedia Britannica. So I was so surprised actually when he has no idea about it. So I said, okay, this is you. Immediately what he does, he went and he Googled it, and he went with his iPad. He immediately Googled it, and he found the information from Wikipedia. Okay, so Encyclopedia Britannica, about the information he found in Wikipedia. The moment he went to the Google, he found this one. So when you look at it, it's actually so amazing a moment for me when I look at it as how easy. It was in my house, and my dad brought it and showed to me. This is the encyclopedia, you have it as everything. He paid in installments and bought for the students. Said, we are at home, all the 3 people can refer that is, and then put in the shelf and proudly tell us, use this anytime. And he pays the money he paid in installment to the publishing companies because it was expensive to pay. So the same thing, it went to one page of his browser, Wikipedia. So when you look at it is now the power of a distribution of the technology, distributor, when you look at when you say a distributed ledger, that exactly a blockchain is all about. So the entire Encyclopedia Britannica is one page in Wikipedia, different part of the world it's offered. So what happens because of the technology, because of the internet? So we are not even come to the blockchain, we are talking the internet. Because of the internet, a 240-year-old institution become irrelevant now. Nobody buy encyclopedia now, nobody using encyclopedia, that organization irrelevant. People don't even know what is that, but it's 240 years old company, and it's made a big, even many of the books as you read, people refer to Encyclopedia Britannica as a reference book, and it's in all the cities there in the various universities and colleges across the globe, and the government is referred. Even that kind of a powerful organization has no value because of the moment the life changed, the distribution system changed. So a decentralized system, so internet happened. Because of the internet, this got changed. Now, when you look at it, is the real difference here, basically Encyclopedia Britannica used to create the content, and on Wikipedia it's actually create the content on internet. So it is Wikipedia is a decentralized, and for the Britannica it's a centralized. So here is a major change. If you can understand this example, you really understand the kinds of a revolution the blockchain is going to bring. Now, Encyclopedia Britannica is highly centralized. This means they have around lot many employees, maybe around 2,000 to 4,000 employees. They work and they create a content, they print a book, and it's completely in a centralized content. So approximately 4,000 employees added so many things to this encyclopedia and created a book, and the content is there in the form of a book, and they sell it. So whoever is buy it is, they own it. So they can go and they selling, that was their business. They made a content and start selling. So whoever is having that book, they have the information, right? Now, in a way, because it is centralized, whoever can afford it, they will have this information. That's the reason it's many of the time it was just in the university libraries, and because many other people cannot afford to buy it on. Okay. So it's a very, very expensive to people to own it. Many people could not afford. Not only thing is a centralized one. Now, Encyclopedia Britannica is it's a completely in a centralized content. Now, how the decentralized content? Why the Encyclopedia Britannica is irrelevant now? Because it's a centralized content. Because of the internet, content made decentralized. So we are going to talking about money to be decentralized. I'll come to that point. So first of all, you please try to understand the difference between decentralized content and centralized content. If you can understand this difference, so very easy to understand the blockchain here. So the Wikipedia is a decentralized content. What do they do? So Wikipedia is completely decentralized. Anyone can become a contributor and we can edit the content. So anybody from the different part of the world can read, and it's a free of cost, and people contribute it. So it's approximately around 300,000 editors are there, and active monthly editors are there in the world. So these people actually edit that, and so very fast they edit. Not Encyclopedia Britannica every 3 years or 4 years they publish. So 3 to 4 years it will take to update the information in the Encyclopedia Britannica. With Wikipedia, it is alive. When you watch a football match, when you watch a cricket match, you can see how fast the Wikipedia get updated. So it's so fast it's get updated as well. So when you see this kind of a decentralized system, which more effective, much more cheaper, much more accessible, and which more people can read and utilize it is, and within a few minutes, entire information is decentralized and got it. So this is a best example of decentralized. Hope you understood the decentralized, because that's a word we are going to use it here. So earlier the days, the people own it and centralized and keep it this one. And then the moment the internet came out, decentralization is possible. So decentralizing information make many of the organization irrelevant. Here we are talking about content, right? Encyclopedia Britannica has a lot of content. Content become decentralized. So how about decentralizing the money? So it's not owned by the one person or the bank or the government. So that's exactly blockchain technology is about it. So blockchain technology is going to decentralize not only the content, it's going to do so many things. It's going to really directly affect you. The shoes you're wearing, the specs you're wearing, the t-shirt you're wearing, the books you're referring, the food you're eating, the way you transact, the currency you're trying, everything is going to change on it, right? It's going to affect you. So you don't have any opportunities. Skip this this session. So end of the session. So I'm going to tell you how it's going to affect you, and between I'll tell you before even it's affecting how you can be part of this technology and start making money. Not only you making money, your laptop is making money for you. Your PC is making money for you. Your website is making money for you. So this is what exactly today's discussion we talk about. So how it just started all the thing. So when you look at it, 2008 and 2009, like this, now not that bad like a 2020, because now we all of us affected with the corona and COVID-19, and we had a complete lockdown. Because before that, 2018 was a recession time, right? And we had a huge financial crisis. We lost the trust. 150-year-old Lehman Brothers, like a bank, bankrupted, and they had to bail out, and everybody had an issue of trusting the financial institutions. So, and because of that, institutional loss, people lost the job, companies got affected, and this payments mechanism, so many part of the world, the various banks got an issue, and capitalism became in a crisis. So that's the time a decentralized payment network. That's what exactly a person thought about. Like a Wikipedia can decentralize the content, why can't we decentralize the money part? So to transact, you and I to transact, why should the bank make money there? To you and I buy and sell it, why should we record a bank? So we can decentralize these mechanisms. So that was exactly the decentralized of the network started. So here is so that's the way the Bitcoin born. I think that's a Bitcoin, the first application built on a blockchain technology. Now, there is a big misunderstanding, though immediately people blockchain and Bitcoin is actually compared together. They think Bitcoin is a blockchain. So like an internet, the first application we use is an email, most of us, right? And of course, millionaires might have you had an opportunity to come and use first time, maybe as social media profiles. But majority of the people in the world, the first time they started creating emails and going to Google, these are the things people do. The first thing people started doing in email. That's the reason you go to the old cyber cafe area, the board is written internet and email, because the people were majority, 99% of the time, they were going to the cyber cafes and checking the emails on internet. And people started, become kind of a synonymous. Like many of the brand has influence like that. For example, you can see the refrigerator is a product. People say it's a fridge. Fridge is a brand. The first company brought the fridge to the market and they popularized it. So people started calling it a fridge, but actually refrigerator. Similarly, now in different part of the India, where I come from, there, the older generation people say about Colgate, but actually what they meant is a paste. All right. So like there are so many things like aeroplane. So that's an aeroplane is a flight. Many of the flight people refer to aeroplane. So like there are so many new applications or maybe a first application or a first brand people actually use it. That's the way the Bitcoin actually people misunderstood. Bitcoin is all about the blockchain. Actually, no, Bitcoin is the first application based on a blockchain came out in the market. That's what exactly right. So now when you look at it now I'm not going to technology aspect first. We discuss over the financial aspect first, because that's what exactly the benefit I promised you, right? So when you look at it as when I discuss with you this point, it's in July month, we had a session about a blockchain. So you look at the price. So the Bitcoin is started in the market in March 2010. So it's considered in the USD, it was not even $1. In a year time, it's become $2. And July 2020, it became $10,944. So when you look at this one, it's a price. So if you have bought in 10 years ago, $1 worth as Bitcoin, that $1 would have been $10,000 now. So that's a route. So that usually we can't believe this kind of a price hike, right? But it's a really happened part. Now, I know some of you or most of you first time attended the webinar about blockchain. And that's the time it was a prices of $10,944, the July month, 3 months ago. July 25th, I think the exact date we conducted the program about the blockchain. So July 25th, approximately 3 months ago, the price of a Bitcoin was $10,000. That time, if you go and bought it, what's the price today? The price is $13,000. So if you invested $10,000, I should have got a $13,000 now. Okay, so this is today's price. So today price is $13,000. So that is the power of technology. How the price is, this kind of a profit is happening. Think about it, in 3 months time, you make a $3,000 profit. Now, so the way it started and growing, it's an amazing thing. So also, if you know the Bitcoin, it's actually really, really revolutionized the world, but we don't even know who started. We know the person called Satoshi Nakamoto, but we don't know who is that guy, and nobody found it. Now, you also look at the kinds of a power. The person who's brought this kind of technology is trillions of dollars, and hundreds and thousands of people invested, and many people, many companies, many organizations, many financial organizations like Chicago stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, everybody started trading this kind of a product we brought to the market and they created the foundation and revolutionized. And we don't know who's that. Okay, that's an amazing thing, right? The kind of the world of a surveillance, the KGB or what is it, CIA, one Mossad, kind of a notorious organization who search for everything and everything in any part of the world, and they couldn't even they are not able to find this guy. So think about how beautifully he did this entire system. Now, I would like you to go through a Bitcoin white paper of 9 pages that which revolutionized the world. And today you and I discussing with this point because of this white paper. So actually I put a part of the presentation, and when you get a mail, you can read. Otherwise, you go to Bitcoin white paper, you can download, you can understand how the technology works and the power of technology works. And it's an amazing thing. Okay. And if you're a tech freak, definitely look into that one. In addition to that, the growth has happened with an Ethereum blockchain. It's another revolutionized product with a Vitalik Buterin. And there's such a young age of under 30. He's an amazing guy, which is revolutionizing so many things. You can see him is always with the world leaders, the people the rulers of the world is actually always take his, because the blockchain, the nations, the countries, all of you and I going to be part of the blockchain nations. Our administration, our judge, our court, our taxing, our paying a tax, our voting system, our transactions, our payments, our transportation, the way we deal with, the way we communicate. Everything is going to be on a blockchain based. And so this is, most of the countries in the world is going to be adopting an Ethereum based blockchain network as well. So there is another thing which I would like to discuss with you in detail. Part of the job and business when we starting together is called smart contract, a self-executable smart contract where you don't want someone else to do as a human intervention. You make a contract, it automatically execute and just work on. This anyway, tomorrow I'm discussing in detail on that. So, but what my point here is, so you and I discussing this project in detail today with a lot of hope. What is the hope? Like a Wikipedia change or internet change, the social media change the world. So now, so many things is a different people. Now, for example, if you are a tech person, it's a new protocol, very exciting for the people to know, and it's a huge job opportunities in the world. Many people in the different part of the world lost a job because of the financial crisis, because of the pandemic we are going through. And I would recommend, if you really wanted to have a secure job, learn about the technology, understand about the technology, be part of the technology, and it's a very promising career you can have. Now, some of the business and finance, if you are looking to start with a very limited amount, but you want to have a larger business return on investment to happen, then blockchain technology is one of the places you should invest. And you should start. If you are planning to do a startup, then blockchain is the startup you should be looking. If you are planning to start a business with a partnership, then blockchain is the thing. If you want to be in a company, you want to invest and you want to be employed at the same company and you want to take a salary from that company, then this is the place you should be looking. So businesses and investors, blockchain is the game. Now you can look into. Now, other technocrat, it is a new generation of the internet. When 10 years ago, we say everything is going to be online. Now we say everything going to be on a blockchain. So you can hear this word immediately after the pandemic, everything is going to be on a blockchain aspect. So this is a radically changing technology. So various people have said various things to take care of. But it's much more than a technology. It's not just a simple technology when you look into it. It is the community is going to change, the culture is going to change, the way we transact is going to change, even education system is going to change, even your certificate is going to change, healthcare is going to change. So how it is going to, I'll explain you a very practical application, which all of you are, your first thing is, now earlier we have an option for various things, like should I use a blockchain or not? But today, if the vaccine comes out, it will be on a blockchain based. It will be recorded. Now you have a mobile application. It's going to be in a tab, in a distributed application. So we'll discuss about it a bit later. So in a way, it's going to change radically to everyone's life. Now, the world is basically the big fishes and each small fishes going to change because it's going to decentralized. We are no more dependent on US dollar. We are no more dependent on a government system. We are not dependent on a bank. We are not just depending on one media house. So we are going to have a healthcare system. We have a media communication system. We'll have banking system. We'll have a schooling system. It's a completely different, and even with the limited means, the person who's having a different part of the world and will be able to get his or her own share of the resources because of the blockchain technology. So when you look at it as in that way, you really, really want to be not just to make a profit or not to build an enterprise, even to a social cause, you feel you need to be part of this simple technology. So when you look at the technological aspects, it's a information stored in the block, and it's also there's a terminology called hash. So this is actually connected with the previous one. So basically, no one can edit. No one can manipulate. That's the right word. No one can actually, no transaction can be edited or not. What is the right word? Is manipulated. So it is actually now, for example, if I give you a check, and who tell me the bank will verify I have a personal bank and my balance is there or not. So now you and me and doing a transaction, why should we record a bank over there? You can trust me, I can trust you. So why should we record a bank? So this exactly this technology is about. I'll tell you another example. Before that, I just finished the technology, how it works. So it's basically, because it's called as a blockchain, because it's blocks is connected. That's exactly the reason. It's called a blockchain in a way, but you can go through Google and identify how the blockchain works, etc. There's a huge number of materials that you'll be surprised to see so much of information about it. Okay. Now, blockchain depend upon a distributed algorithm. So various databases it works on. So different computers are connected across the world, and different computers is actually record the data. It's a decentralized, as we discussed. And every time the block is completed, added to the blockchain system. And so this ledger works. So I'll tell you an example how the technology works, how the things work with an example with the PayPal. So all of us will understand this, how it works on. Now, usually when we say ledger, on a financial ledger, right? When you say ledger, so money going in and money coming out, right? So when you look at how the Bitcoin or a blockchain works, you can see how, first of all, we need to understand how the ledger works. How the ledger works. So a lot of money coming in, money going out, money coming in, money going, money coming in, credit and debit is happening, right? So every time the ledger keep changing. So every day there is something called day book. Every day there's a registration process. So ledger keep updating and keep changing, right? So this is called a balance. So now every day, how much money you paid, how much money you received, then you get a balance. So what is the balance amount you have? Now, how about just think about compare with an example of a PayPal ledger. You have a PayPal account. You're paying to someone to the PayPal account. You agreed to pay through PayPal account. Now he does not know you have balance or not. So now I will check the balance part, right? Now, when you look at this example, how this works, the ledger works here. Now, which ledger we trust? That's the first thing. So, as I mentioned, the blockchain is going to increase the trust, and because the trust, we don't want a third party to. Take an example. Now we trust PayPal. Now, when you say you wanted to buy a website, you pay me $1,000 through PayPal. Now, PayPal will check your ledger and say that you have a $2,000 balance, $1,000 they transfer to me. Then your balance becomes 1,000, my balance increased 1,000. So this ledger is done by PayPal. So for doing this, PayPal is charging around 5 to 10%, and he's making money. And they're owning the money, they're keeping the money with them as well, right? So this is the way the existing system works. This is a centralized system. This is a PayPal controlling it. So it's centralized. How it is decentralized? So instead of a PayPal, decentralized, PayPal doing all the control. And how about it's a decentralizing and doing it is? So when you look at it as, why we record a PayPal there? Without a PayPal also we can do the transaction, right? With the decentralized networks. So how we do? So instead of a PayPal verifying it is, around 6,000 computers keep the ledger. Not only PayPal keep the ledger. So PayPal will not keep a ledger. Only the different people in like in a 6,000 example, I said in the Bitcoin miners, that many miners are there. I'm coming to the mining process, how it is. Okay. So all the ledger is kept by different computers instead of a PayPal. Instead of a bank, you keep your transaction. Not only you, thousands of computers in the world who keep the ledger. So they'll try to update the ledger. So a central ledger of the PayPal or a central ledger of the bank will be decentralized, like a Wikipedia Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica changed decentralized. Same way, here is a decentralized with a with the money part here. Now, here is a decentralized ledger we have on a blockchain network. This is a very much innovation. So what happens here? So here is a block. These comes, a blockchain comes. How it really works? Every 10 minutes, the blockchain gets updated, right? Now, when we get updated, every transaction get updated in 6,000 plus computers. An example saying, okay, so 6,000 computers now, and no one can edit this one. And this many people knows the transaction happened, and no one can manipulate. So here is the automatically it's get updated in the with the various computers here. So these processes actually in a way called miners. So we will keep this ledger and the verification of the transactions called miners. So you and I can be miners with a computer. Of course, there are different kinds of mining. We are talking about something called POS web mining, which will come to that type of mining. First of all, do we understand what is mining? So instead of the PayPal keeping a ledger, PayPal checking the transaction details, the verification of the process and adding to the ledger is done by miners. The mining, like exactly like a mining, you're finding out the transaction, mining out the gold. It's basically when you do this, like why the PayPal is charging 3 to 6% of your transaction. You paid me $1,000, I received $1,000. Your money you transacted me from your PayPal account come to my PayPal account. Why should he make a 6%? When he's supposed to give us money back, right? He's holding our money, right? But that's not the way it works, right? They were charging, saying that I'm doing a ledger work for you. I'm keeping your money for you, so there's a charge for you. Here, we think about PayPal. Same like a bank. Now you keep your money in the bank. Now, why you want to keep your money in the bank? Whenever you record, you wanted to transfer to someone. So why should you record a bank? Whenever you keep it with you, and whenever you want, you can transfer. Or you keep it in a digital form somewhere, and right. So now, with the bank will charge you. There's a transaction charges, exchange charges, and so how the bank will take out the money from our account. So here we eliminate the bank, we eliminate the third parties, we eliminate the PayPal. Then these transactions done by miners. So here you and I can be a miner. Like Encyclopedia Britannica had a lot of editors working in Britain with a salary in the organization. Then they're selling a book because the salary they paid to the employees and the printing cost, and there is a distribution cost and the sales cost. That's the reason people have to pay the huge money for a Encyclopedia Britannica. Instead, the moment the Wikipedia came so free, and it is people, you and I become we can edit about around 300 to 500,000, half a million people working for a Wikipedia without any salary. There's no payment, right? So completely decentralized system it works. So like way, we can eliminate a bank, we can eliminate so many things, and we can be a mining here, and we can authenticate the transaction. In a way, I'm making it a more simplified way on a common man to understand, and we get rewarded for it. So now this, when I say this, you might think, those who are first time listening time, you would think it is something new, something a Hollywood movie, fiction, science fiction I'm talking about. Actually, no. You know that mining started in 2008. There are so many people become millionaires and billionaires. I'm using B. There are many people who do the initial B, but around 21% of the Chinese, they're going to be a billionaire, and in fact, they're already a billionaire. Okay, so this, when you get this, how do you get this? It's just so simple, actually. How do you get this mining contract? You go to Google first page, and mining contract, you type it. You get so many results about mining contract. It's so common. I don't know how many of you tried it. So it's easy for you to get a. So you have a computer, or you can buy a mining system. There are different kinds of systems. You can have a mining farm. There are different types of mining server. Now, another simple way I would like you to understand how easy it is. When you go to the mining part, you can see that when you go to eBay, it's like you buy any product, you can buy a mining contract now. Mining contract, how you go to ebay.com, type a mining contract with the $14, $5, $3, you can actually buy a mining contract, and which you can make $1,000 to $10,000. So many Bitcoin mining contract, cloud mining contract. So there are different mining contracts are available in ebay.com, and you can buy. And you also have different cryptos, around 3,000 plus cryptos are there, which is as a mining opportunity. That's I'll talk to you a bit later on it, because we can collectively work together to do multiple mining. That's what exactly I'm talking. So if you want to try it out, understand, now this is one of the best way. You go and check it in eBay and you get a crypto mining contract as well. So here, what exactly mining? Mining is a process of transactions of various forms. It can be cryptocurrency forms, and it is verified and added to the blockchain ledger. That's how easy it is. And it has a huge difference, different types of mining contracts are there. So something called POW. That's a very famous, most famous, and most of the blockchain till last 2 years, 3 years ago, majorly was a POW. Now more of the proof of stake is coming up. So like mining was also started as a blockchain, initially also started by Bitcoin. As you know, the first mining process is started by Bitcoin, and they also use a POW. So when you go and search online, 99% of the things you get as a proof of work. And it's good, and people are making money. But actually, there is one challenge is there, because we are late around 10 years there. Because 2008 started, 2018, by the time mining became difficulty, it's more competition, and you need a better system. Plus, one of the major problems, personally I'm speaking, because it's not very environment friendly, because a large systems, different part of the world, switch on and a lot of power spending, and the computers are working. It's not very green, it's not very environment friendly. So proof of stake is the next system. Compared to proof of W, we can actually have it. So this proof of work system, when you look at it, is it is which will require a hardware, a huge hardware wanted. So we recommend something called POS system. We don't require a huge system. Either you have a computer or your laptop is enough. So you can actually do with your laptop. Your laptop works actually the time. You just connect to the internet and blockchain, and laptop will do the automatic with your processor. It works. So this is the system which we are talking about. In that, you have a cloud mining, and there are different mining. Now we are going to discuss about something called web mining. So anyone can join the web mining system, and you get rewarded with your laptop and a PC once you use it. So you can also have another system. We all comes together, and we can work on something called mining per community pool. So there are a few things which I have been doing. I think 2 examples I'll tell you, which we have done this earlier. So we'll discuss in detail about it. So we have different methods of mining cryptocurrencies. So this one we actually discussed earlier. Those who are not attended, please, there's a strategy number 18. The 18th strategy with respect to affiliate web mining. So if you want to be part of affiliate web mining, what exactly you record? You record an e-wallet and a crypto wallet. That's one of the things. Then you record a mining contract. As you know, you get a different mining contract. You need to have a mining compatible website. All the websites are not mining compatible. So our affiliate website, those who already know, is a mining compatible website. Then you need a CPU with your laptop, or you have that one. So if you are doing an affiliate program, I'm not covering that today. You have an affiliate. You can do one website. You can have multiple revenue. You can have an affiliate program, and you can also have a mining revenue. So a publisher account, an affiliate platform, and a PayPal account to receive the money, and then a consent of the mining PC and laptop, because you can actually connect with the laptop recorder. According to the government rule, a laptop owner should agree. So most of the mining today, when you look into, people don't know what is mining. So because that ignorance people are used to, you click somewhere, say yes, which means your processor are using when you're watching a movie or when you're working. You not even know, and you're not get rewarded. But here we take a permission, and they say yes, they sign up, and they give agreement. That way the contract work on. Some cases the registration fees and PC and laptop internet covers is an important part. But without that, it won't work. Okay. Now it's basically the model here is you have website. The whoever come to your website through you sell a product like an Amazon.com or a Flipkart.com, saying you're buying and selling a product. Happen there. We recommend an affiliate website. Even you can have an e-commerce. But the model what we did it is actually affiliate. That's the reason I'm using affiliate program. Otherwise, an e-commerce works and e-commerce works, and it's also work with any other services you're providing, any normal other website as well. Then web mining. So the traffic which you're coming, it's converted as a monetizing method. So like a Google AdSense. Like Google gives you the money the moment people come and click it. The same way, here is a monetizing with mining part. So monetizing website traffic for mining contract, that's a business model we are talking about. Now, before we go there, Now we start with this beginning one. Now you don't have a website. You're thinking I'm talking about you need to have a website. No, if you don't have a website, no problem. Do you have a laptop? You have a PC or you have a MacBook? Whatever you have, you can actually use this one to make money. Okay, so I would like you to note down the points, and you can actually ask the questions. You can actually, when you'll have a 30 minutes individual session with the mentors, whoever is attending first time, they will explain to you in detail, but still I'll go slow. Many of my mentors discuss with me and ask me to go slow. I'll go a bit slow here. So if you have a laptop, so many of the visitors to go to the website through laptops, right? How you go to the website? You go to open a PC, go to operating system, Windows or a Mac. Then you go to browser like a Chrome or a Safari or an Internet Explorer. Then you click on, and then you connect to the website, right? So now, same way, you can actually connect to a website and you can start making money. So for example, when you go to a website, like the mining compatible one, for example, adm.qa programs, where the visitor comes, they'll get a pop-up like this. Would you like to earn money using your device? It can be PC, it can be laptop. At the moment, we are not started with the phone. In future, we also may do with the phone. Okay. Now, step 2, if you say yes, then you get a registration form where you fill up your name, email ID, phone number, address, then what's your PC about, then the laptop, what's the thing they'll ask you about the laptop, and any comments you want to do, you do this one. Now, they will thank you for registering. Then it'll ask you, would you like to continue with the same device or a multiple device? Sometimes you have a one registration, you can have a PC and laptop, you have 2 laptop, 3 laptop, your friend's laptop at home, all the things you can connect, but every device got a registration. So once you do registrations, automatically our IoT system and artificial intelligence will scan your system and come out with your processor speed and let you know the configuration. As you know, you may not be knowing the configuration of your laptop and etc. So we scan it and recommend you how much percentage of your processor can be used for this one. And you have an automatic setting. For example, if you're watching a YouTube, you'll be using your processor 50-60%. So that time you only use a 25%. You're normally using your social medias and your email you're checking, maybe around 25%. So that time 75% you can do. Now you're not using 100% can be used for a mining aspect. So this is the way you can actually do this one. So then you can create an e-wallet account where whatever the mining happening on any time you can actually transfer to your account and can be converted to that one. So that's it. So that simple is this device is ready for mining. Okay. So how do you get this mining contract? Because when you sign up this, you need a mining contract to do it. To go to our website called webmining.website or go to adm.qa/store. Now store also has a contract. Like eBay, you buy, you get a web mining contract there. So in the web mining contract, of course, you have a special offer. We'll tell you in detail about which is very special price you'll get it. Actually, otherwise, we'll look at this price is basically you wanted to have an entry level to try this out. It's a completely free. With it was usually it is a $99 up to 31st, starting from today till 31st of October. You can actually register free of cost your computer, and it's a basically $100 worth. You also have premium mining. It's actually $399. You can get that for $99. And you wanted to have web mining, which I'm going to discuss with you, is $1,000 investment. Now you can start with the $399. So this October, when we are completing 100 days, so it's up to 3 p.m. of October 31st, this Saturday. This offer is valid. You can try and you can start doing the mining activities. So this is a great opportunity. I think all of you should grab it because you can see the price of $1,000 for $319, $319 for $19, $19 one is a free. Of course, you can have. Okay, so please take this one opportunity. Okay. Now, here is kind of an idea which I would like to discuss with you in detail. Connect your PC and laptop for a website mining, and laptop or a website it works. You don't have to be alive to work with that. It's automatically turn on. Okay, when you visit the website that connect to our mining projects, and it's as we discussed, it's the last interest earning part. and fill up the form and confirmation the device. Automatically it scan and do it is, create an account, and you to going ahead. So this easy it is. Okay, so it's a very easy to a person to register and start doing it is. Okay. So now the mining contract, when you do, if basically you get a, what is it? You will have a huge different money you can make even while you are sleeping, because you're not required to have a to work on your laptop. That's a good thing. So depending on your usage, how much percentage of the device you will allow to do these mining activities, you get paid for it. So depending on the device, like a percentage of processor using, or how much time you're using while you're going to sleep, you can always connect it. Even your old laptop, you can always connect it, or a system, you can always connect it and automatically configure that is maybe 50%, 75%, 30%, you can make money. It's up to you. So the whatever is used, it's a very transparent. You can see how much time you've done, how much money you made, and how much is the payment is there. Everything you can withdraw as well. And you also get a daily report on a daily basis, how much dollars you made, $90, $30, $100. You can actually be part of it. And the amount of the money you're generating, it can be transferred to your account. So when the mining ends, the blockchain network, the website owner can actually, or the laptop owner. Website owner is, I'm coming to it, I'm talking about the laptop and PC owner, share the mining rewards. So now, as I mentioned, it is this, you get a contract worth of 500. It's a free of cost now. You can try this $500 worth of contract. It's a free of cost. And you wanted to have a $3,200 US dollars worth contract. It's a $399 is a special offer you get for $199 as well now. So there are a few other things. You get an email also. You will get in detail that. Okay. Now, I just wanted to tell you one more idea here, which I explained in the earlier part, something called airdrops. It's a quite interesting and fascinating thing, and we believe it is not usually it is unbelievable. You also think it's really people are fooling us. Actually, not the case. You know what is airdrops, and when you're playing, if you were playing a games, you know what is airdrops, right? Now, basically, like airdrops is something on a sky as giving to the people is a free of cost. That's exactly the airdrops, right? So all the participants, the airdrops of various blockchain projects are already giving out the airdrops to the people. Now, these airdrops is basically coins and the currency. Like if you, for example, you're going to Singapore and you need a Singapore dollar. You are going to Europe, you need a euro or you need a pound. You're going to US, you need a US currency, US dollar. So where do you get it? So you need to usually buy it, right? So you have to exchange it. So you pay your Qatari Riyal or a UAE dirhams or a Indian rupees or a Pakistani rupiah or a Sri Lankan rupiah or a Bangladeshi taka or a Malaysian ringgit. You pay and buy these currencies, right? Once you buy these currencies, then you can utilize it. Now, all these currencies you wanted, you buy it. Now, if all these currencies people wanted to start, first time how it comes to people's hands? First time how it comes to your hand, think about it. Now, once somebody's money come to your account, right? So where did the money come first? So somewhere it's created. So it's creating time. Many of the companies gives you free of cost in your hands to use this one. Free. Okay. Now, what is to receive the airdrops? Now, for example, think about some helicopter flying around about your house, and if they drop the money, are you going to get? You don't get if you're inside. You go outside and you can receive. Whoever is outside, they get it, and they take it the first, right? Similarly, if you wanted to get airdrops, you need to have an crypto wallet account. You know how airdrops works as well. And it's rewarding the faithfully early investors, especially you also get if you're part of a one company, the airdrops also go to the people who are part of that company. And it's a kind of a marketing and loyalty reward also, it comes to you. So it's basically, to understand more about it, you go to Google, you can see the kinds of airdrops has already been given by various companies. I'm sure you'll be shocked to see this kind of thing, how we missed it. I feel the same. Example, when you look at Asheghar is around 7 million OMGs distributed, it's worth $136 million. It's given free. Again, underline it's a free. People are not paid for. Okay. Then Stellar, it's given out a 2 billion XLM. It's around $120 million worth. I'm not talking about $1,000 or $10,000. You can see this is an example. You go and Google it and understand about how the airdrops works are. Then there's a Polymath is given at 10 million and airdrops worth around 12.4 million there already. Like this, you can see hundreds and thousands of examples. And we are also going to follow the same thing. I think some of you know last year, we did a sample of the airdrops here. I think many people got a kind of we did not call it as basically airdrops. We tried how it works and it was fantastic feeling. So this is a perfect example. So you need to take an action here to be part of that one. So to get an airdrops, okay? So the moment you are a miner, the moment you are part of this technology, the moment you are part of blockchain, then a lot of opportunities open. It's just like an internet. Internet is all about content. The moment you are on internet, you can watch YouTube, you're not even a live or a watch movie. Wikipedia, we already discussed. You can have an email, you can have Facebook, you can have a WhatsApp. If you're not on internet, you miss that one. So all our content and communication. Here in the blockchain, all about transactions. If the moment you are a part of a blockchain, you'll also start getting money. That's simple as that. If you're not part of internet, you're not part of communication and content, you're not part of a blockchain, you're not part of a transactions and money part. So these monies, the money which is a people are part of it, they already got it. 136 million goes to the few thousands of people. They made money with us, right? So now this opportunity, the objective of the program is all we collectively part of this, we take out the more. If any airdrops are happening outside, anywhere things are happening outside, why can't we work together? If you have a laptop, different part of the world, you can join together, you can work on. This is a point we'll be discussing in detail today. Now, what is the call to action? So would you like to be part of it? So let's see how much money you can make it. Now let's start with the sample calculation with an affiliate program. So thousands of people visiting your website per day. So that is around now, when you look at it, it is now in a month, approximately around 30,000 people visiting your website. Now, 5% of the conversion, that is we can think it's 1,500 people are coming to your website. So now you think about it as, there's a CPS program. It's an affiliate, this is actually affiliate program where you make money on it. It's not necessary to discuss now, but we only money part we discuss about, or the mining part we discuss about it. So how you need to get a sample calculation of the mining part. Now, every 1 minute and to mine 1 USD, approximately a 12 minutes take. Okay, that means the moment you have your laptop connected for 12 minutes, you can create $1. So when you look at it, when the sample part is that every 20 hours, now 100 USD is generated. So these 20, so together how we collectively do. Now, for example, this money will be distributed with whom? One is as a miner, the laptop owner or a PC owner. You get a 25% of that money. The website owner, you get a 25% of the money. The AWMC affiliate program, these are the program. Today you're attending the webinar because there's a mentors, the people to help you to make you understand. There is a consultant, there is a trainers, there is event managers, and they will help you to make you understand the system and to guide you. So for that, we take a 25% of that. And this entire infrastructure, technology, and promotions and everything done by something called a consortium. Even you can be part of that. That's the second part. You can be part of it, and that company own a 25%. This is exactly the way it's got shared. So that means now $100 comes. Now the laptop owner get a $25, and so you can see it's $100 in 20 hours time. In a way, when you're a laptop owner, you get a $25. More than $1 per hour you can have. So 20 hours time, $100 generated, 25% of the $100 is a 25 USD. So you can see you make in 20 hours time around $25, more than $1 per hour. Now you're a website owner, you make a 25 USD from this. From this means from this $100, which means one PC connected, you make a 25 USD. 10 PC connected to your laptop or a PC connected to your website. Same way, you make a 10 into 25. It's $250. If 100 laptop is connected, that much money you make it. Okay. So then 25% come to the AWMC affiliate program and 25% comes to to the company. So this is the sample calculation. This is exactly the project we are discussing about. So you are open to join in all the aspects. Would you like to be a PC and laptop connected every 20 hours, $25? Would you like to make it? Or you are trying to make it much more than that? Would you like to have a website? Then you want to connect the laptop to that, and you would like to share the money with them. Or you want to be part of the mentor and consultant, trainer, there is a different option. You also can be there. Or you would like to own this company. There is another opportunity through a smart contract. We all can work together. You can become a vice president of the company. You can be a CEO of the company, manager of the company, HR person of the company. You can be part of the marketing person of the company, customer support, whatever your skill and experience. You can be part of this company as well. Of course, that's a different kind of an arrangement required. Like a laptop, you require a registration. Website, you require a website. Another one is, of course, HR process. You need to be bought. There will be a separate meeting will be conducted. I'll tell you a bit later on this one. So this is the way the AWMC affiliate program works. So this I believe all of you got the idea. Please note down the question if you have, and you ask to the mentors. We will also address this in detail tomorrow. So it's when you look at it, the people can make this kind of a revenue almost on a daily basis. Now, as you know, we are here we tested it since 2019. Around July onwards, we tried approximately more than a year time we are running now. And we approximately make around $2,000 worth mining in a day. So we are doing. So that's a company also part of AWMC program, which we'll discuss with you. That's one of the things. Some of you already got invitation. Some of you already discussed with me. And because of the Corona time, it's postponed. I said, okay, we'll discuss once things are happening. Now, physical meeting there in the November month. All things put together, we can have a this kind of a money-making opportunity with that. Okay. So there is an affiliate program which we discussed separately. That is, I think, tomorrow I'll be covering. So I'm not discussing that now, especially with the total. Then there is an annually airdrops worth you are eligible for around $3,000, and you also have various kind of affiliate program with $1,000 as well. Okay. Now, when your annual revenue, when you look at it, when you calculate it properly, it works. It's also a huge opportunity for you to make it. So all this detail, you can go to a website called webmining.website. You can see and you can go through and get the details. And if you want more details about it, you can actually have a 30-minute session with the vendors individually. They'll explain to you, and they have a more question. They'll take your questions. So we also have a separate session on probably a couple of days from now. We will also invite you. Tomorrow also we have a detailed session. It's happening about an elaborated way. So you can also go to a store if you wanted to buy this kind of a contract now with a special price, with a free of cost. Go to adm.qa/adm store. You can buy this one. And you also get an email. If you register with adm.qa, you get an email tomorrow. There you can buy. And here when you're trying to buy, they will ask you to pay the money. But if you're a participant of this program, you get an email where you can register and you get free of cost the mining contract as well. But if you wanted to have a website, instead of $1,000, you need to pay only $399 as well. Okay, so this is the opportunities, the mining, and this is laptop wise. So the minimum level, I think all of you should try this one. Even you don't have money, you have a laptop, try with a premium, minimum contract part. Now, when you talk about the blockchain things, what are the mining which you are doing? We are doing something called a Beltrium. Bell, in short, it's called as a Beltrium. The Beltrium short is a Bell, BEL. Okay, so it's a company called Beltrix. It's basically KYC compliant, a kind of a first KYC compliant blockchain. One of the drawback of the crypto, why the government don't like the crypto is that you are not revealing the identity here. But in the Beltrix, the KYC compliant first blockchain network is came out on Ethereum platform. Now, basically, what exactly this company provides. So wherever you go, you share your ID, your password, your passport, maybe your Aadhaar card or your tax card. So when you share this thing with a different organization, they might misuse for it, maybe to take a SIM connection to a transaction. So various purpose they might have used that one, right? And are you sure they'll not misuse that? We don't know, right? It can also, identity can be theft. Okay. So this kind of a problem can be solved with Beltrium blockchain. So it's a completely KYC compliant. your identification solution, and whoever is using the identification solution, it's a recorded, so you know who's using this one, and it's completely on a blockchain and through on a mobile application it's giving. So it's a very easy process, and like as files people don't keep, and people you don't have to, the moment you apply for a job, they will ask you your identification again. You send a scanned copy. That kind of a not required. So there are different applications can do that one. So for the good news which I would like to share with you is Belgium going to introduce India's first COVID-19 blockchain platform, which is the moment the COVID-19 vaccine announced. We will be one of the first to introduce this in the world, but we are claiming the India's because of where we have a license now. So it's a collaborated in a partnership with the Triple IT, and we are introducing this one. So this vaccination comes, you see the potential here. That we are mining the Belgium, and everybody going for vaccine, they need to have a Belgium coin to use the DAP like a mobile application part. So around 500 clinics we are looking for to be used to do the vaccination of this one. So when you look at it as a global market, as you know, majority of the people opinion is the vaccine is not going to be one time. Every 6 months or 1 year, we may have to take it again and again. So that today borders are closed, the quarantine systems and the lockdown system, because of the pandemic issue. Now, wherever you go, whichever the state to state, maybe sometimes city to city, definitely country to country, you need to show you are vaccinated, and no one take a risk there. Because if your information is wrong, the country is in trouble. So that's the reason the authenticity is very, very, very important. So that's the reason the medical records that digitally can carry with a blockchain and no one can manipulate. So it's ensure the privacy, number one, and it's also the processor. So all the clinics in the world are going to use the blockchain-based tap. In India, that's the Belgium is actually yet set to launch now for 500 clinics. As soon as I think there's all of you know that November, December is the time most of the countries the vaccine become flooded now. Already know some of the countries already done, the pilot is over, test is over. Okay. So this is the platform which we are discussing now. So you have an opportunity to be part of this program. So the Belfrix or a Belgium is also part of our AWMC program. So we have now the process actually have many of you, I think some of you are already part of it. Some of you discussed with me many times. I put on hold because we could not complete the registration because of COVID-19, because we announced in March. On March 7th itself, the entire world went for lockdown, especially the Europe went to lockdown very early stage. As you know, that is the time we were registering. So we registered this company in UK and also in Qatar and India. So 3 places this company is run. So of course, market is a global. So UK, we registered. The reason is the completely regulated market for cryptos and blockchain and everything. UK is it's a regulated market we have. And so the non-legal issues, and as you know that the globally, if your company is based in London, it has a more different value, and so a lot of plus point, as you know. And majorly we look for a safer on a tax wise and promotion wise, and everything is regulated, so you don't have any legal issues, etc. Okay. Then, as you know, with the majority of the people and stakeholders, including Asheghar Digimentors, are also going to own the stake now. That's one of the longest discussion we ever had on it. So the entire operations and admin will be done from Qatar in Doha, and we registered under QFC, Qatar Financial Corporation. Hope some of you know QFC's benefit. And as I mentioned to you last time, even the Qatar government even waived off the fees of registration the companies on board. Then we have India, where we have going to have a technical team as well as support team is going to be. Then there is a separate company if you want. So as I mentioned earlier, whether you're an investor or a stakeholder or a promoter or an entrepreneur or a job-looking person or a freelancer, any level, any of the 3 places, you have an opportunity to associate with us. If you would like to be part of that, you need to contact your mentor, or if tomorrow the forms comes to you, you need to fill it up. Those who are discussed with me, I know some of you, so many times discussed with you, I have been telling, I'll tell you later. So this is a time as the later come. Of course, a separate meeting will be done for this, but this is actually officially you can take as a confirmation for us to start this one. So it's as I mentioned, the global corporate. So when you look at it, is how you wanted to associate. I'm not asking you to take a decision, but when you start the discussion time itself, would you like to be in a corporate activities and the financial aspects? So then the UK is the place we register and operate there. And all I mean say, all you're an HR person, admin person, operation aspect, and financial guy. So you need to look at the opportunity in Qatar to do this well. And you are part of a technical team you want to be, or a development part you want to be, or a customer support team you want to be, marketing team you want to be, social media marketing part you want to be, that India is a place. And I think as some of you know, we already have an office operating technical development happening in Delhi. So now my question to you, would you like to know something like I'm talking about blockchain? First, we discussed what you're using a laptop and making money. I discussed with you make a website and making money, right? Now, this is owned by a consortium of a company. So would you like to have a job in that particular company? That's an opportunity which in last 100 days we never did discuss. So today, that's a question I would like to ask. I know some of you, I already asked indirectly this earlier in individual meetings. Now, as that on a smart contract it works, you can be in a different level associating this company, which is coming out these kind of a product. An example I told you about DAP of a COVID-19. We have a KYC application, which I discussed with you. Now, as you know, we have an online shopping mall project. A lot of transaction in between happening, right? Company to company. There is a nodal account we discussed, and a different part of the world, people use the store, and one country to another country, money transaction, people, customers to pay, vendors to pay, and partner companies to pay. So all the transaction also will make to blockchain. We also will on a loyalty reward program based reward program on a loyalty, on a customer loyalty reward program on a blockchain. So all the things comes under one umbrella. A global company registered in UK, operated in Qatar, and supported by an Indian office and market in the globe. And would you like to to be a part of this company? And these companies benefit us. I'm not talking about a simple job. You work with a smart contract. Everyone works with a smart contract. When I invite you to be a part of the company, the kind of a partnership, those who have done a partnership business, they know that one of the issue with the partnership business, people think, hey, I'm working hard, he's not working hard. I'm doing so much of thing, making profit, he's also making. So that's especially a mediocre company with 10 to 20 employees and 3 to 4 partners, usually this is an issue, which I experienced. It has a plus point and negative point, but here is exactly the point. Here, everybody's program is defined with the smart contract, with the blockchain. So if you work even while holidaying method, and even your vacation, like this concept when I have been discussing with you around 1 year ago, this was not digesting to the people. But today, because of COVID-19, the Microsoft announced, you can work for a Microsoft, you decide where and time. The time zone you can decide. You say where you wanted to work, and time zone you can decide. Now you can also see Georgia, Dubai, like a country, announced a package. You are working from home, why don't you come and stay in Dubai? Seen that's a package. In $2,000 you're earning in a month, Georgia giving a visa for 1 year. You can actually live in Georgia and work for the companies in US or in Dubai or in Qatar or in India. So that's the way world is moved. So same thing which I'm talking. These 3 locations, you would like to go until you can work, or come to Qatar and work, or you want to be in India and work, absolutely fine. But no, you're not part of the 3 places. You're from Australia, you're from New Zealand, or you're from Latin American country, or you're from Africa. Still, you can be part of this company. You don't have to physically available. That's the good thing about the thing. But if you wanted to really work, many of the people really want to go to the office and show to that I work for a company. Of course, you're most welcome. But I'm saying it is, you say, I don't want to relocate. Because of that, you don't want to be, absolutely not an issue. So this is you can have. So here, I'm not talking about you to join an entry level. I'm talking about can you become the top level management of the company? Can you become the founder of this company? Can you become the co-founder of the company? Can you work with the company as a vice president level of the company, or a senior manager of the company, or whichever your skill and experience you may, because it's your own company. Of course, there's a formalities to be completed, because it's a company. Ultimately, a company is a profit-making company. And we are taking a risk of initial for around $2,000. Now we can increase to $5,000, because that much is the mining happening now. So when we say this much is the mining happening, So whether we do a mistake or not, our computers are making money, right? So a company can afford to pay salary and marketing expenditure, whatever the amount is mining. So this is the way that calculation is done. With this, especially if you are interested in this one, there's a complete presentation we'll give you, and you can have a proposal about it. Okay. So basically, we are talking about you become a founder, promoter of the company, and you're owning the company. At the same time, you're working as a different position on that one. So, of course, there's a right time to discuss all this part, not a webinar, but actually I'm just giving an idea for to discuss this one. So basically, this opportunity, we call it as a MAC. MAC, as you know, is not a first, I'm conceptually, I'm talking to you. There's a MAC is a mining and affiliate community. We created more than a year now, maybe around 18 months now, approximately around July, August. Yeah, it's more than that, 14, 15, 16 months now. So this, you can be part of a co-founder, or you can be a kind of a member, or it can be, a different level you're working that one. And we also show you, tomorrow I'll be discussing in detail with you about to become a co-founder and empowering co-founder, or various projects. So you can actually can be project head, you can be in HR position, you can be marketing position. It's a different level also. You can work apart from to being just a simple investor. You don't want to be anything, but you want to be an investor. There's an option as well. And basically to run entire system, basically we'll make it. Okay, so this is exactly we are discussing about. So you got a lot of benefits. And an example, maybe I was just putting a sample example. You can be an equity holder of the company, and it's a net profit. You can actually make a profit apart from your salary. You can make money, and you can be a seed investor network participant, because you get a convertible notes and etc. you can have. And of course, you can different level. You can be salaried with it. Any of this company has to give out the salary for various employees to work on. So if you are going to be part of it, you can be, you get salaried as well. Now, you also have a lot of chief positions, and if you like to have this kind of a life, you would like to have this kind of a position. You always dreamt of this kind of a company to start. You never had a resources or a personal connection. I really recommend this is one of the best opportunity for you to look at. In one glance, when you look at, you can be a holder, you can have a net profit gainer, you can also become a seed investor and be a participant. You also get salaries, and you'll have various positions that has a value. You also get a various perks and benefits. Now, one issue is majorly things people think about this implementing these ideas. When it comes to various strategies are there. Once you become a co-founder with a company, you need to have certain skills and experience, so that exactly we provide you as well. So basically, if you want, especially together, we are starting a business to make profit as a human beings. When they work, everybody is a human capital to be more productive. So if you are capable to implement a MAC operations, and definitely what you have to grow as a decision maker. So there are a lot many decisions you should be taking on, and you should be able to inspiring people to do it. And of course, the qualities which we will be looking for, because you will be a part of the company, you'll be running the company. You need to have honesty and dedication. That's the most important. And a lot of responsibilities together we'll deal with. And various level you hold. And if you have a real passion to be a real business owner, then it's really works with you. And of course, you will have a lot of clients. When you look at this opportunity as we have just discussed the two opportunities, KYC and COVID-19 vaccine. Think about the banking opportunity. Think about a school certificate opportunity. So the education opportunity, a transaction opportunity, loyalty opportunities. So huge opportunities in a blockchain, like internet, how it was in 2000. Same opportunities with us now in this 2020. So I don't know how, so the moment everyone's brain start working, we have the opportunity. So this consortium is open and out of the box thinking. So you can come with an ideas and you can start implementing that. And resources will be provided to the company. So in addition to that, you also like to work on a market, and across the globe, you'd like to travel, like finding maybe a clients, like for example, maybe a PC connection to the company. That's exactly the company's network. Then we also to have a cloud mining. That's another method. You can also have a pool mining, the consortium-based mining, or different kinds of mining, or web mining you can have. So that's identifying these kind of computers on us can be one of the responsibilities as well. And entire the promotion of these operations is another thing which will extend to the people. So basically, you are accountable, and you also look for the various daily accounts in a financial segment. If you would like to be part, you can also do that. And if you like to be social media and SEO and digital marketing aspects, that's the role also you can play. You know that last 100 days, all of you spend a lot of time. You are capable now. So would you like to utilize that as your own company? That's exactly the opportunity I will be discussing about. Now, sometime in this project, as you know, to succeed, we need to have a kind of an offline marketing in detail. So that also will include. So that of employee management, you are a good trainer, you are an HR person, you are a people person. So that is another role you can play. Now, the businesses works across the globe through webinars and conduct webinars. Would you like to play that? That's another opportunity. Can you conduct a training program, make people understand what is mining, what is blockchain, what is artificial intelligence, what is IoT, and how it works, what is the loyalty program on a COVID-19, loyalty program with the blockchain, or is the COVID-19 with the blockchain, and what kind of a clinics and hospital, approaching hospital, how you can approach a hospital to be part of the system. This is exactly another training part. Now, as you know, the mentoring also is a part of this project. You can bring that. And of course, the brand building activities will be there. You can all be also part of it. And if you are good at training, one of the things this consortium should do, a complete training to the clients as well as the internal team members. So as part of that, we thought of designing a lot of workshops. So the moment you join this company as an employee or a stakeholder or whatever the level, you will be getting many training. That itself is a big asset to the company. Unless you do that, you will not be able to work for the company. So that also come with it's a system for the people. So many things to helpful to the promote this one. So there's a training you can do that one. So there is actually a co-founder itself. There's no opportunity is at $10,000, but that's if you want to be co-founder. Now there is a different thing. So it's if the $10,000 come with you get a many assured returns on it. You also get this many coins. This many, you get a salary, so much of things, So it's tomorrow I'll spend with you more time on these aspects. But just to give you an idea, even to that level, 10,000. But if you are looking for a less than that, but you may not become the stake, a kind of a co-founder part. It'll be a smaller part, Maybe you can be a promoter, you can be vice president. That level you can have it on it. Okay. So when you look at it, as basically kind of an incubation business we come out. So definitely a lot of business plan will have completely mobile networking we have. Okay. Now project development and milestone. Okay, this will I'll discuss with you tomorrow in detail. I'm not covering that because this tomorrow we have it is on. Okay. Now, so what we are basically working on this project is to become one of the largest network of miners in the world. That's the first thing which we are looking for at the moment. And a lot of actors involved, the people who can invest in this money and to make money. You can be a consultant, you can be a trainer, you can event managers. I think that we already have an AWMC affiliate program working in passively. Many of the consultant trainers and event managers not even aware about it. They can easily, this is already part of it. So they also have the opportunity there. Okay. So in addition to that, you can also become the company's promoters, or you can be a co-founders, you can be vice president, CEO of the company, etc. It's an opportunity hub. So you contact your consultant or the mentors or regional coordinators to discuss if you are interested in these opportunities as well. And there will be a detailed session for separately doing. Tomorrow I'll give you much more details about this as well. Okay. So contact Mr. Tahir or Ashif or Ruqayya for the details. I'll leave it to you these details with you. You can actually you can contact them. They'll give you more details apart from the regional coordinators and the mentors you are in touch with you. Okay. So tomorrow there is a detailed webinar we'll be conducting about the MAC opportunity. If you're interested in which I spoke to you in the last part, is important part. Okay. So thank you so much, all of you. I believe it is I give you a very detailed part. So you have 3 different opportunities to take care. You need to choose which one is the best for you, and depends upon the resource available. Depends upon thing you can have this one. Okay. So once again, thank you so much, all of you. And we have something called Mastermind. I think you can contact your mentors. They will allow you to do that in a Zoom. 5-10 minutes from now, exactly at 7:40, 10 minutes from now, we'll join in that one. You have many questions. I know that you have many questions. You may ask the questions in the Zoom, in the mastermind. You call it as a mastermind. you can ask the question, sir. If you don't have the link access, please ask your mentors and they will share with you. Usually it's a premium place, but today it's open to everyone. You might join and I'll spend with you individual Q&A session there as well. Okay. So thank you so much once again. And I look forward to meet you in the mastermind, and even tomorrow in detail we can have a discussion. Thank you so much.